All right, you guys. Happy Saturday. Happy Facebook, you guys. I'm here with Brian with Sommer Music, and I'm going to introduce him. I met him a couple months ago.
Yeah, just about.
Yeah. And I got to hear a little bit about his story and kind of what he's trying to do. He's a music teacher, and his background is really interesting. And he's another one that's trying to go out and do. Change the world through music. And so I'm going to introduce him and have him tell you a little bit about his story.
All right. My name is Brian.
Not Brent?
No, not Brent. You can call me Jake from State Farm. I got into music. My dad forced me to take lessons.
Okay.
What a mean guy, right?
How old were you?
I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
Piano lessons.
Okay.
I hated them. I really did. I took those for about 4 years, and after that, I just decided to pick up a guitar.
Okay.
My mom introduced me to. You heard the Dave Matthews Band?
Yes, I have. I love that man.
So my mom introduced them to me, and I fell in love with the guitar because he's an amazing guitarist, and
yeah,
I picked up.
That is a no joke.
Yeah, I picked up the guitar and just started learning his songs, and then that's when I fell in love with music.
Okay, so you're self-taught?
Self-taught.
That's amazing.
Thanks.
That is somebody coming from a person that absolutely loves music that I feel like does not have any guitar ability or piano ability, but it's in my soul. Yeah, teaching yourself is a very incredible skill for sure.
I had the music theory through the piano.
Okay.
And it's really cool about music is once you learn the theory, you can apply it to pretty much any instrument.
Okay. Well, and what you were talking about and what I kind of found interesting is in my inability to play guitar, that was actually something that really excited Brian because he said you like to start with people that
yes.
where you can kind of take them through the entire process from start to finish.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And what's really cool about that, as we were discussing earlier, is you get to see them struggle.
Okay.
And what I like about music is what you see on the other end of the struggle, the final product. You get to help them through the struggle because playing the guitar, for instance, it hurts.
Right.
It really hurts. And with a lot of music books out there, you're in pain for trying to learn the song "Row, Row, Row Your Boat."
Right.
That doesn't rock.
No,
it doesn't rock at all.
It does not rock.
I don't want to be in pain for that song. Okay. But it's really cool to see the students from the very beginning, helping them through the struggle and getting them on the other side.
Okay.
Because that's what makes music really worth it. It is hard work.
Right.
It is, but it's very worth it.
Well, and you guys, we did an interview yesterday with John. We're at the Grand Rapids Health House again, and one of the things that we're that we're trying to drive in is that doing something. There's no easy route. I mean, if it's something that you love to do, if it's something that you're passionate, if you're needing to make some changes in your life, I mean, whatever that entails, it's not an easy path. It's usually a simple decision. But it's not, it does require hard work and it's going to be, it's going to be painful as you work through, practicing a new skill. Yeah. And I definitely know when you're working on those strings and how tender, I remember how tender your fingertips get for sure. Now you have a very interesting story about where you used to live and, why don't you tell people about kind of what you used to do and where you used to live and kind of how that really inspired?
So I used to live in the Dominican Republic working with troubled teenagers, and they'd be sent to us either via United States or we took some Dominican students as well.
Okay.
Whether or not they spoke English.
Okay.
Was interesting. But they had weekly therapeutic counseling, and it was a very structured environment for them.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. It was tough though. I lived in the house with them.
Okay.
So supervision 24/7.
Okay.
And even outside of the house, it's supervision.
Right.
'Cause they like to be buttheads. All teens do. But
right, and troubled teens especially.
Yes.
I feel like that's
speaking from experience.
Right. Yeah, I was an angel. So not true.
So it was really cool. There were a few students who kind of heard me playing.
Okay.
And they kind of saw me, like, you know, my eyes were closed and I was just strumming a few chords. But they saw my demeanor change and just kind of float into this state of mind where it's almost like yoga or meditation.
Right.
Relax your mind. You're not thinking.
Okay.
You're just freeing your thoughts of the world around you, which makes a difference even for 10 seconds just to take a break. With their high stress situation, they wanted a peace.
Right.
They really did. So a lot of them knew how to play a little bit here and there, but I, you know, just on the side, gave them lessons and taught them how to really master their instrument.
Okay.
But just to see them respond to music,
right,
in their world around them. I mean, they were getting better grades. Their behavior was not the best, but it was increasing. They were more respectable.
Right. Well, and it's a process too. You know, there's no instant, you know, cure all for anything.
It wasn't, and they're still not perfect to this day.
Right.
But you know, I still get contacts like Brian. Like, if I didn't have music in my life, like, things would be a lot more crappier than.
Right.
Well,
in music, you know, you guys, I mean, I know, and I've got a bunch of people on my Facebook page that are musicians, that are in bands, and, you know, if you've got that love of music, you understand that can get you through anything.
It does.
You know, and it can be any type of music. You know, we all have different types that we really, you know, and I was telling you about Love in D minor and how, you know, there's something that just does to me. And it's probably because I grew up with a lot of musicians. They were constantly playing songs like that. So it probably brings back a memory as well.
For sure.
But it's amazing how it really can help you just deal and process, and kind of like you said, even if you're going through something, you know, it's kind of a way to calm the crazy brain and to allow that peacefulness to come in and allow that to kind of overtake you. And especially, you know, if you're learning a skill and you're getting better at it as well.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing too.
Yeah,
do you have a moment that you like that just moved you, you know, either working with somebody or some experience that you had?
Yeah, for sure. I have a few. I'll share one.
Okay.
I'm about to get deep on them, all right?
That's what we're all about here.
Yeah. So, I, my whole life, like, it's been, like, kind of on and off, struggling with prescription abuse.
Okay.
And it actually got heavy kind of recently, I would say, about a couple years ago.
Okay.
And, you know, it's one of those things, like, I went to the doctor, had a bum knee, they got me, you know, the good stuff for the pain, and I just couldn't stop, obviously.
I have a very similar experience with shoulder. Yeah.
And holy crap, that stuff takes you down a road that's not so bright.
Yeah.
So, I mean, long story short, it was terrible times, just depression and obviously addiction, and but the one thing that really helped me get through it, I don't want to sound cliche, was music.
Yeah. I don't think that's cliche at all.
Well, it was picking up my guitar and strumming chords like your D minor chord and the A minor chord, having the theory to know, like, I want to play a sad chord progression right now because that's how I'm feeling.
Right.
I kind of want to process my thoughts. The A minor, the G, and the C.
Okay. Oh, those are all really good.
Over and over again, and through whatever withdrawal I was going through from stopping, through whatever thoughts I was having during the time and after, you know, stopping.
Right.
The guitar and music in general was one of the main keys, I should say.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like it's not just an outlet. I mean, if you have that kind of soul too, I mean, and sound resonates with all of us. I mean, we don't realize how much our bodies are being, you know, bombarded with different sounds and sound waves and vibrations, and that I can't
You had it the first time.
I know. Can't say it. All right, that changes
yeah.
the makeup of our body. We'll just go with that.
Yeah.
That actually, I mean, and it puts your body in a different state, and that's a game changer, you know. And having that outlet too. I mean, and we were talking about, and you know, John and I were talking about yesterday. You know, our world is in a sad state of affairs.
It is, yeah.
And that's one of the things, you know, that we're doing, and why we're trying to collaborate together. And you know, you guys, we're trying to bring you people that are on a mission to make the world a better place, and we're trying to do that by encompassing all of the different areas of health and wellness and all of that, because you know, we all have life, you know. I mean,
yeah.
You've got your story with that, and I know what that's like. I mean,
yeah.
We were talking about yesterday, 3 years ago, I was smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day, I was drinking a bottle of wine a night, I was on painkillers, sleeping medication, I mean, everything, and this was all doctor prescribed.
Yeah.
You know, and that was, you know, when I woke up, I was like, you know, it's not a way to live, it's a way to die. And I think that that's why too, you know, I get so passionate about this, and I get, you know, I'm so thankful for your time. I recognize, you know, like, our time is the biggest gift that we have, and I appreciate you taking the time to do this and to talk to people, because you know, there's a lot of people out there struggling, and because they don't know, or they're too scared, or they you know, they don't think it's possible, you know, they just continue with doing what they're doing. And we really want to set the example that, you know, you guys, if you guys are going through you know, changes right now, if you guys are going through hard times in life, like, you know, we've been there, you know, we've clawed and struggled, and you know, it's we've failed and gotten back up, and we've been in those really dark moments to, you know, face something, to get up and to decide that we want to make a difference, that we, you know, we're taking some personal accountability, that, you know, we want to be good leaders, and we want to be able to provide the different ways that, you know, because there are so many ways to get there. There's so many ways to get through things that you're facing. There are just, there's so many different avenues, and with music, like, to me, music is universal.
It is.
It is really completely
it's
universal.
Timeless.
Yeah. And how much does that fall in with the One Tribe? You know, that it's, you know, it's a beat, it's a rhythm, and dancing, and all of that. You know, one of the things that I do, and my clients, like, they will either resist or they'll do it right away. But I will tell them, when they're struggling with something and they're holding on to something, I will tell them to, like, put on some music and, like, shake their butt. And they're like, what? I was like, no, like, seriously, like, trust me, shake your butt, like, be silly with that, and get into that feel of it, because that, again, sets your body, you know, up to being in a more empowering state, and to be able to set yourself up to make better choices. So if you know, if you have that outlet, you know, it makes everything else manageable. You know, like, you can take it one step at a time if you've got some sort of outlet like that, if you've got something. And you guys, you know, like, it's just absolutely amazing. You know, not only when you make a decision, when you, again, pick up, you know, make the decision to pick up a guitar, you know, if you want to, if you guys want lessons, you know, we're also talking about maybe doing some, like, group classes, you know, something like that here at the Grand Rapids Health House. You know, anything that we can do to promote Brian, to promote, you know, Sommer music. I'll put the contact information in there as well. But you guys, you know, this is an incredible resource, and you know, Brian is going to take you through the process from beginning to end. And you know, I'm telling you, the transformation in this man is incredible. He really is incredible. And like we were saying, you know, I knew that in 2 minutes after meeting you, and then as we were starting to talk, and you know, changing the world, I mean, that came up in the first 5 minutes. So you know, I always know. I mean, I know, like, when that conversation starts to happen, you know, that quickly, it's really connecting with those people that are going to make a difference. And you guys, so I mean, if you guys like this video, I'm going to be posting it everywhere. I'm going to put Brian's contact information in there as well. We'll probably, as this gets going a little bit more, we'll have an event calendar out there. I don't know what that's going to look like yet, but just know that that is going to be coming. What else? So is there anything else that, I mean...
It was cool. I had no idea what to expect coming here, but as your vision started to unfold, I was excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I started sparking ideas, and
that's like, I love that.
And that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
It's the idea is to be contagious and to utilize those around you with the same vision.
Right.
And it's super cool, and I would love to do lessons here, or group lessons, whatnot. Like, I'm not just out to make money. I obviously need to survive, but at the same time, I would teach lessons for free.
Right. Well,
really
and you guys, what we're trying to do is, I mean, and again, we're trying to bring in the whole aspect of the pillars of health. We're trying to bring in, the nutrition side of it. We're trying to bring in the fitness side of it. We're trying to bring in the music side of it.
Yeah.
It's the mind, it's the body, it's the soul, it's the getting all of those, on board, because that's what's really going to change our world. When we start becoming aware of ourselves, when we start really tapping into our potential, and then start taking some, action towards that, that's what's going to change. That's what's going to turn this big struggle bus around. And again, it's about collaborating with people that do incorporate the same vision, with people that are, like I said, willing to take on that responsibility. Yeah. Because I don't. Again, we were talking, this is just kind of a vision that started, with me about a year ago. I had no idea that it was going to lead into, all of the amazing people that I've met so far that are literally like, it's the synchronicity of life that's just putting these people together. And that's what gets me excited. So yeah. And again, I mean, if I can do this full time, believe me, I will go out and find amazing people, and we'll keep checking in with all of the people that we have that are collaborating in this, and as they grow and as they build, because again, I feel like it's about being that, and accepting that responsibility of what it means to be a good leader.
Yeah.
And not only a good leader, but a good teacher. And to, not just do something for somebody else, but to be able to show them how to do it for themselves. And the education piece. And so, this vision is coming together, you guys. It's a little rough. It's got my impulsive touch on it.
But I think it's going to be big, though.
I think it could be. I mean, I think
it really can be, for sure.
Well, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not stopping. This is, and it took a serious health scare to be like, what, if this, and it was like either precancerous, but it was that mulling over in my brain, like, of if I'm ready to go out like that. And I wasn't. And I was like, I'm like, I have not done what I am supposed to do here. Like, and so that's where the intensities kind of come from, which is good. But it's also good to have, as other people are coming together and have different skills, it's an opportunity for me to learn as well. And I feel like, Richard, have you ever heard of Richard Bach before? He's an amazing writer, and the way that he writes about things is he writes in almost different dimensions, and going back and kind of like meeting himself in life in different stages of possibilities, kind of.
Okay.
But he has this one quote that's, "We are all teaching angels, for we have all learned something someone somewhere needs to remember." And that's the goal. That's the goal that I want in the responsibilities.
Words,
So, I'm just super excited. I really hope you guys check Brian out. Like I said, I'm going to put his website up and his contact information up there as well. If you lose that, you can always reach out to me. I can get you his information. But, we really just want to grow and support the people that are going out there and trying to change the world and make it a better place. So, again, I just really, really appreciate your time.
I thank you for your time. It's awesome. And if you guys have any questions, you take a look at the website, and anything pops in your head, feel free to email me. There's contact links in there. My phone number's in there. So just shoot me some questions. Let's get a conversation going at least. So
well,
I'm
and
really excited.
and anybody that's watching this, any of my musician friends, drop your favorite song in the comments.
Yes, and I'll play like that for you.
I know, right? I'm gonna put. I still have. I made this guy take a selfie when he was on my phone. I met him for like 10 minutes and made him take a selfie. I absolutely love it.
Why not? Let's do it.
Right. But yeah, drop your favorite song in the comments. Please, if you guys, if this is something that resonates with you, please share it. Comment. We want to know that we're reaching you guys and that you guys are hearing us, and that if there's any suggestions that you guys have, if there's anything, even that you'd like to contribute to this, or if you know of somebody that's going out there and doing great things, and they need a little help and they need a little promotion, and they just, maybe give them a chance to tell their story. That's what I'm doing. I would absolutely love to. We're just going to keep growing this and keep adding people to it. So, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Happy Easter, everybody. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, guys.
Bye.